So I got a new package in the mail from TurnPro Turn Signal Kits. And this will be my brand new dome light activated by a door switch. And we'll see how she goes. Now, if you've seen my other video, I did a video on an installation of the TurnPro Deluxe kit with integrated rear signals with the trailer hookup as well. But what I find really good about this is system. This comes with very good instructions. I haven't gone through these yet, but they're in color, which is really nice. And if it's like my last kit, all your wiring is going to be labeled where everything goes to. Let's see here. Wires to battery. Well, that makes that easy. I am no electrician at all. This is wires to toggle. These are wires to toggle. So, I'm going to read through these instructions real quick to get a head start. And we'll get on with it some more. So, the next thing I did was find out where I want to put the dome light. And I'm just going to let it hang here until I make up my mind for sure. But sticky back tape, I'll put it right here in the middle so it casts light all over. And then this has not a very long wiring harness, but I just ran it along the roll bar here, and I'm going to leave it hanging. So I laid all the rest of my wires on the floor so I could get a good visual where everything goes before I start running it into the side-by-side. I just showed you where I had my dome light and the wires in there. That will connect to this wiring right here. And it's part of the bigger bundle of wiring. Comes to this junction here. This junction will connect to one of the door switches, plunger switches, which will be part of this group right here. That will tie in. I'm going to connect that to the passenger's door. Then the rest of that wiring there goes to the battery. I just have that one out there as a visual. And I tested it to make sure it all worked. Then the rest of this wiring continues on over. I will place that in the driver's door. That is also a door plunger switch. So the remaining wire, goes to the on-off switch. So you can on-off switch it. Door switches, that will be part of that bundle there, passenger door. And it works, so I'll start putting her in. So I looked it over, and this is where I decided I want to put those. One on this side and one on the other side, and I marked it. So the next step I'm going to do is get the proper size bit. I'll check the instructions and remove the doors because I'll have to open up this paneling as well to make connections. As you can see here, I removed the fender after drilling a 1/4 inch hole, and I inserted the door switch. So let me see. So that's going to give us room to run our wires now. I'll do the other side as well, but I'll run my wires across. And I'll partially install this on the top so that I can get behind and make the connections on the back when that's in place. So I chose a spot for my on-off switch. I used a 1/4-inch butterfly bit, and then it was a tight fit getting that switch in. And then I ran all the wires to the battery compartment and made connections. So I made the battery connections, and on, sucker's pretty bright. It's not dark out yet, so we'll see how she works in the dark here soon. All I have to do now is hook up my fenders and make my connections to the plunger switches. So to make things easier, I just installed that grommet and that grommet, left the others all off. So it gives me room to reach in there and make my wire connections. So I'll make those connections and then button this up. Okay, there you have it. She's all done. Doors are back on, fenders back on. You can see the toggle switch in here. It's kind of dark. I'll turn some light on for you. Open the door. Hey, there you go. Turns the dome light on. Works pretty good. Driver's door does the same thing. Got that switch installed. I'm happy again with TurnPro. Thanks, guys.